Hey guys, welcome to Cassie's kitchen. Today we are going to be making gizada. To make this gizada, we will have to form a dough. For these ingredients, we are going to need coconut flakes. We have right there. We're going to need half stick of unsalted butter, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of ginger, 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 cup of sugar. We have a cup with ice. We're going to be filling this up to 16 ounce. So we will be using a 16-ounce water, and we're going to use 3 cups of flour. We also will be needing this clinch wrap, and we are going to need a bowl. We're going to need a whisker. We're going to be needing this red food coloring to do some colors. So now guys, we have our 16-ounce water. We are going to go ahead preparing our dough. We will be adding to our bowl over 3 cups of flour, our ginger, nutmeg, baking powder, and our salt. A whisk. So guys, for this ingredient, you want to use cold water. So no worries about that. We are going to be making our dough, and you can use your hand just like this. The best thing to make your dough is with your hand. Make sure your hands are clean. So I will be making a little well in the ingredient just like this, and then I will be pouring water into that little well. Here we go. So now guys, when your dough is looking all flaky just like this, we will be adding our butter to this mixture. So we're gonna go ahead. We have them cut up in cubes, so we're just gonna be spreading this all over just like that. And then we're gonna use our hand and mix it in the dough just like this. So you do not want to add too much water to this right now. Trying to incorporate this butter with the dough. So we gently make into a ball. We're just going to add a little more water. Sprinkle over just like this. Take your time. Gradually add your water, because at this point you don't want to spoil your dough. At this point you will still see some of your butter. You just gently rub it in. We are not going to make this dough too firm. We want it to be a little loose and sticky. So just add a little more water, just like that. So now guys, I think we have our dough in the right texture that we need. It's still a little sticky. See, it's a little sticky. So now guys, we are going to be adding this to our clinch wrap right here. We are going to gently fold. Fold this together. We have our little plate. We're going to be placing this in our plate like that, and now we will be putting this into our refrigerator. We are going to allow this to set an hour to an hour and a half, and we will be right back. we will be adding our coconut flakes into our bowl just like this. To our coconut flakes, we are going to be adding this 1 cup of sugar. Adding our sugar, we can just apply it around our coconut just like this. Now we are going to be adding our 1 teaspoon of ginger. I'm going to be adding 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. Want to mix this together. Just like this. Get this well incorporated. So now we are adding our ½ teaspoon red food coloring to our vanilla just like that. Just gonna mix it up together. So now guys, I'm going to be adding this ingredient into our bowl just like so, and we are going to be mixing this up together just like so. We are mixing everything in this one bowl before we transfer it to our pot that we have onto our stove. We are going to be adding a little water to this mixture just like that. We're going to mix it up together just like so. You could have also add to your water all the food coloring and vanilla, but sometimes you have to be careful the amount of water that you're adding to your mixture. So it's best if you do your measurement with the food coloring and vanilla, then you can add your water. That way you know you have your right measurement. So we just mix this up together just like so. It's really looking nice. I really like this color that our coconut have. Now we are going to be cooking this down on our stove, and we are going to bring this to a boil. It's beautiful. Oh, how yummy this is gonna be. We have our pot on our stove right there. We are going to be cooking this on a medium heat. So now guys, I'm going to pour this ingredient into our pot right here. And we are going to allow this to cook. So it depends on your taste. Maybe you would want your coconut to have more sugar or less sugar. It is up to you. You can go ahead and adjust your sugar level. This is up to your choice. So we're just going to leave this and let it start doing its cooking. Have it start cooking down. Just giving it a gentle stir. Stir it up together. I'm just giving this a little stir, and then I'm just going to leave it to do its final cooking. You can smell all that aroma coming from this coconut. So now guys, our coconut mixture has finally cooked, and it's really smelling good. That aroma, it's really nice. And guys, as you can see, it's beautiful. I like this color. It's a beautiful color. And so this is beautifully done. I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to allow this to cool, and then we will be right back. It's been 1.5 hours, and our dough has set. So now we are going to be unwrapping this dough, and then we are going to do some more kneading on our counter. So here we go. Guys, I'm just going to be dusting some of our flour onto our counter just like so, and then I'll be adding my dough. So now I'll be placing my dough onto my counter just like this. And I'm going to be sprinkling a little more flour on the top just like this. So we're just going to give this a gentle roll just like this, and we will be rolling it out. Now we're going to turn this over. This is really a nice dough. And now you can just roll it just like so. Just like this. Tuck in the ends. Just like this. Press it down with your hand. Just going to add a little bit more flour to the top and to the bottom. Give it a little roll. Fold it in just like so. Then you're good to go to roll. So now I'm just going to add a little flour back onto my counter top. Not much flour, just a little on the top. So we're just going to roll this out just like so. So we roll it out just like this. The flap, can turn it over and roll again. So we will be rolling this together again, just like so. Just like this. Okay guys, you can just use your hand and press them out. Shaping it to be a long dough, so we want it to be like this. Okay guys, so we're going to be marking our doughs to make sure we have some equal shares. Let us see how much can we get out of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to try to get 8 equal shears. We're just going to cut them off just like this. Get in. Just play with this dough on the counter. Just like this with your hands. Form your cuff like this and just roll it like this on the counter. And there you go. Do the same. Holding the cuff of into the middle of your hand, you make a cuff around it like so, and you just gently roll, and there they are. Real nice. We have one more. So now we have all 8. So we are just going to be adding a little bit more flour onto our counter, just like that, and we are going to be rolling this out. So we can just flatten this with our hands ahead of rolling. We can add a little flour onto the Gently roll this out. So now that we get our dough finally rolled with our rolling pin, we are just going to be using this, and we are going to be cutting our dough into a round shape. So we're going to remove this piece. So now we have this nice round dough. So now we will be adding some filling onto our dough, just like this, our nice coconut filling. Now we are adding some water around the edges, just like this, and this helps our dough to close properly while it's baking. So we're not gonna do this top, we're just doing this section, and now we're just gonna gently fold this over, and we are just gonna be fixing it just like this with our fingers. So now I'm going to be using this baby fork. It's a plastic fork. This will give it a nice edge. So we just crunch it in like this. Just like that. And we are going to be placing this in our bake pan. We have a bake pan that is already prepared with our parchment paper. So we're just going to be adding this to our bake pan. So this is one way that you can do your coconut gizzarda. Okay guys, there's one more way that you can do your coconut gizzarda. So I will be showing you. I am going to be adding some of our coconut filling onto our dough, just like this. We're going to spread it all over. Do not add it to the ends of your dough. We're just going to be putting it in the middle, just like this. You will spread it on it like how you would spread pizza. So now guys, what you are going to be doing now, you're going to be folding these ends and give it a roll. So we're going to be rolling it over just like this, just like this. Tuck these ends in. Can also use some water and add to the end. Stuck them on like that. This way it will stick and not open. So we're just going to apply some water onto the end and just fold it like this. Okay guys, so there you have it, nice and easy. Okay guys, here we go. We have them nicely made, and we are going to finalize these by touching them up with some butter, and we're going to bore some hole on the tops so that the air can penetrate through. We have our oven on preheat, so we're going to go ahead and do just that. So I have my little brush, so I'm just going to be brushing some melted butter. This is unsalted butter that I'm using, and I'm just brushing the top just like this. You can use any butter of your choice. You can also use some egg wash or just a little water. These are looking so yummy and nice already, and they are not into our oven as yet. So before I put them into my oven, I'm just going to use a toothpick, and I'm going to bore some holes in the top, just like that. It will just allow the steam to flow through our coconut gizzard. Now we are going to be putting these into our oven, and we are going to bake them at 350 degrees for 20 minutes. These are finished baked. We are going to come right back, and I'm going to show you the end result. Okay guys, they are all done and ready. And And we are using unsalted butter to brush them. So guys, I'm going to cut into these coconut gizzard and I'm going to show you what they look like on the inside, and I am also going to share them with you. This first one, just like so. Look at that, guys. Look how yummy this is. Now guys, we are going to be cutting this one. Look at this. Oh my goodness. I know you're gonna try this, guys. These are really nice. So there you have it, guys. I'm sending you this coconut gizada from Cassy's Kitchen. Do enjoy.